Hi everybody, I'm going to take 1 second and give you some light on the subject. Let's have some light on the subject. Good afternoon everybody, it's MuffyClark Gill here, and I am doing another one of my live art shows today, and this one is a little bit more unusual because I'm featuring more works that are hung as wall hangings versus framed artwork. I have one framed artwork piece, but I have some unusual wall hangings I thought I would share with you because you'll not see anybody else creating anything like this. So I wanted to start off and get going this afternoon. These are all batik paintings on silk, and they have different kinds of backings on them, but they're made to hang on your wall and just give a different, sometimes oriental touch to your home. So why don't you sit back and grab a drink of your choice and we'll get started. So I'm going to start with number one. This is right up here in the wall, and this is called Sunset Sandhill, and I like it because it's the best of two worlds. I created two paintings. One was a batik of a sandhill crane, and the other was kind of a sunset piece. And I wasn't very happy with the sunset piece. I had framed it, but it just didn't feel right to me. So I was trying to figure out what else I could do with it. Meanwhile, I had created the sandhill crane as another painting, and unfortunately, when I steamed that painting, I had too much moisture get into my tortilla pot steamer and damaged the background, but the bird was intact. So I decided to be creative about this and mend the two pieces together. So I have taken the sandhill and laminated and sewn him to the background. I went in so he could see the ripples in the water around him. I went in and did some stitching here. I added a nice linen liner so it can support. I have a second rod I like to use for this besides this one. So it gives a little bit of a body to it. It hangs. And then I have this wonderful Indonesian batik hanger, wood hanger, that really provides a nice accent and heavy foil to provide the dark going with the dark in the paintings. So you can see all this. Let me take this off for a minute. You can see all the nice work in this. These are all hand-drawn lines that were batiqued. And then you can see here the nice stitched lines. And normally this painting goes for $750, but today it's going for $450. So it's a special one-of-a-kind piece. So this is called Sunset Sandhill, and this is item number one on my landing page. To see everything, you can go to the link on my Instagram bio, and it'll take you right to the page, and you can check these pieces out. So this is number one. I'm going to put this to one side. I'm doing this very gently because I usually fold this up and put some paper between it, but just for conversation's sake right now, we're going to do that. Sorry, this is on mirror mode, so you can't, the numbers are reading backwards, but this one is called Agua 10, and let me put it up here. There we go. And it has a sister piece, Agua 11. Which is item number three. So let me unfold this and you can see its companion. And these are both silk panels that have been sewn together and made with a rod so you can hang them on the wall. And aren't they pretty? These are really nice, heavy-duty, thick mummy silk. And several years ago, my husband and I went to Cancun and Isla de Mujeres in Mexico, and we went snorkeling, and the captain of our charter boat that we were on said, get in the water and make sure you have your camera ready, because I had an underwater camera with me. So once we got in the water, I had my camera all set, and then all of a sudden he started throwing down hunks of bread into the water, and as they started to dissolve, we got attacked by almost like a swarm of fish. It was literally the case of a feeding frenzy. And I took a lot of pictures, and this is actually showing my husband navigating through those waters with all the fish. And you can see there are different close-ups of him. And then you go along to the big piece, and you can see what really pretty colors these are. And I did the same for both because I was experimenting on the colors. And if you can't tell, I like blue, but that's, everybody has their own taste. I had a client here this afternoon, and she said she preferred the colors in this one. But that being said, this particular painting has been in several juried exhibitions here in Southwest Florida, and it's gotten a lot of accolades. This one has been in a couple of its own shows and isn't as popular, but is well loved. So I'm offering them at two slightly different prices. And the only reason there's slightly different prices is because of the fact that this has been exhibited more and accepted by a juried artist. So on Agua 10, that was normally, you'll see it on my website right now for $1,800. And with the $1,800 option, you normally have a choice of either me mounting it, mounting it on canvas, or I can wedge this between glass, or you can hang it as is. It has a lot of flexibility, and these pieces look really cool when you sandwich them between glass so that they're almost floating on the piece, and then put a frame around that glass. So that's another option you can do. Hey, how you doing, Adrian? Thanks for joining me this afternoon. So this one is $1,800 normally, and today I am doing a special price of $550. I want these pieces to go to a good home. I've been enjoying them for a while, but I think somebody else should enjoy them besides me. And with this one also goes on the website for $1,800. Yeah, I know, I'm saying this one should be more, but it's not. I have them at the same price, but because this is won a few more awards, I have this one in today for $650. Oh, thanks. I glad you like it. This is one of my favorites too. So this one is Agua 11. This is item number 3 on my list. And this is Agua 10, and that's item number 2. So we have the two big long batiks, and these measure 46 inches wide by 24 inches tall. So it's kind of an easy number to remember, but just remember the different kind of options you can have to frame them. And plus, I am providing on any of the paintings that I have today available free shipping. So you don't have to worry, oh God, is it going to cost me a lot of money to get it there? What am I going to do? No, I'm providing the shipping for you. So let's go on to our next one. And I'm unraveling this carefully again. Okay. I'm going to take this down, put this one back up. Let's take this. There we go. This one is called Sashaying Seahorses. This is item number 5. Oops, I'm sorry, item number 4. I get my numbers mixed up. Let me take this down so it's not confusing. So I took a workshop 2 years ago in Whidbey Island, Washington with the great artist Kiranata Sterling Benjamin, and during that time frame she taught us how to create hand-cut Japanese style stencils. So I was experimenting with the idea of doing a seahorse, so I actually created 3 different stencils to use for my work. And the joy of that is that when you use these stencils, no 2 works come out the same. So I was experimenting on this one and other pieces, but I really like the way this particular piece came out, because you can see here's stencil number 1, here's stencil number 2, and here's stencil number 3. So what happens is when I have a stencil, you know, you think of the early American stencils. Well, I make stencils out of poster board. I cut my design, and then I lay that stencil down on my silk, and I take hot wax and dab it into the openings on that stencil. So in doing that, it makes a white background resist, or it can be white, it can be whatever the color is on the fabric. That wax will hold the color in place. So in this case, I wanted to have some white show up, so I did all my stenciling, and then I went back and I took Japanese kimono style dyes and did some layered color in here, going from warm to cool. And I really like the effect, the way it all came out. So in order to make it hang a little bit better, again, this is a thinner silk, but it has a nice linen back to it, so that gives a little more weight. It has a pocket here, so you can add an additional rod if you want more weight to hold the piece down. And then it also comes with another one of these wonderful carved Indonesian style tops. And I really thought the colors in this one really set off the seahorses in the piece. So with my sashaying seahorses, I normally have it priced at $450, and today I'm doing $250. Hey, hi, how are you today? So, again, this is one of those pieces, if you decided you didn't like the wooden rod on the top, we can always take the rod off. It's very easy to do, and mount it between 2 sheets of glass, because I've done that with some of my other pieces, and it looks really, really cool. So you put it between 2 sheets of glass, and you can put it in a frame, and it provides great protection for the silk. Now, when you're working with artwork, you should always remember that artwork needs protection from the sun, especially here in Southwest Florida. We have a real problem with sunlight damaging artwork. So I really recommend any kind of artwork that you purchase, whether it's watercolor, pastel, batik, it really should have some protection to it, because the sun will cause great damage, UV will damage it. So that's why I recommend on any kind of artwork using a UV process to protect it. So we have this one, it's normally $450, today it's $250, and again, I'm including free shipping with it. So let's go on to number 5. This one is a very unusual piece. Take this down first so you can get to this. This is, and it looks kind of weird, so it's better if I put this up first so I can explain it to you. See that? Okay. This one is called Filleted Flamingo, and I figured, what better title when you have a kind of an unusual strip, but this, I took a photograph of flamingos at the Homosassa State Wildlife Park, and then took that photograph and recreated it as a batik on silk. So I created the batik painting first. I started working from my light colors to my darker colors. So I had the white, the shrimpy pink, then I added this pale blue, then I did the light yellow greens, and I'm adding color until I get my final piece. Then I go back and I iron all the wax out of the painting once I have all the dyes that I want to do. And then I go back and steam it, and then I mount it. So in this case, I mounted it on a fabric, and you can't see it too well because I'm afraid if I lift this too much, well, I'll lift it like this because there's a down rod. You can see it. This is called Eco Felt. It is made out of recycled bottles and gives some body to the painting. And I just, when I cut it into strips, I wanted to experiment and see what would happen as making it look like a multi-panel painting. So this one got created as a painting. It is shown in a couple of juried exhibitions, including with the Florida Artist Group, which is a professional organization of fine art artists in the state of Florida. And they accepted it. It's been shown in a legal office with Woodward, Pierce, and Lombardo, and now it's looking for a new home. So today I am having a special price on it. Normally this painting goes for $950, and today I'm offering at $350. And again, it's free shipping. I should suggest the same kind of options if you don't want to hang it this way. This one has been sprayed with a UV protectant, so that gives a little bit more protection to the fabric. But again, you can always put it between glass if you so desire, or frame it, or not even frame it, just hang it the way it looks here. It looks good this way too. So today, this one's $350. It's a once in a lifetime pricing, and I think somebody will enjoy this painting. So this is called Filet Flamingo, and it's item number 5. So my last painting of the afternoon is a little one, and this is item number 6, and it's a real cutie. It's custom framed. I had it framed here in Naples. It has a nice white mat. I don't know how well you can see this because of the glare from the lights, but you can see it's another one of my seahorses that I've stenciled onto silk. And I really, as you can see again, teal is one of my favorite colors. And this one is my little seahorse Azul. And normally this painting goes for $145, but today I'm offering for $115. You can see it's got a really nice thick frame on it, not to mention the back. It's ready for hanging. You can just put it right up here. Now, I'm not going to take this one down because it's just too much, so I'll just hold this one. But if you decide that it interests you, go on my website, mcgilltropicalart.com. You can go right to the link on my Instagram bio, and it'll take you to that special page where you can put in your bid for the piece. If you decide you'd like to buy, you just click on that bid, and it'll let you check out right there on site. You can hit on it, it'll accept the payment, and then I'm happy to deliver it to you or ship it to you. So I hope you enjoy my little art show for this afternoon, featuring my unique and one-of-a-kind pieces. And thanks for joining me, ladies, who I see my dialogue, Adrienne in Naples, meh. So, and thanks everybody. I will have this video reposted in a little bit, so if you missed anything, you can go back and see the whole thing again. So, with that note, I'm MuffyClark Gill, and it's mcgilltropicalart.com, and I wish you a great evening. Thanks.